Hello, guys. Good day. Yeah, welcome to today's edition of Make Money with Adil Sherifat. My name is Adil Sherifat. For those of you that are just meeting me, and it's a beautiful day. So, on the edition today, I'm going to talk about the tradition in many homes, which is save, save, saving, saving, saving. So the tradition in most house is that they are taught how to save and save and save, and that savings always become less valuable every day. It becomes less valuable because the value of money keeps reducing. So what wealthy people do is that they do not store cash. They don't store cash either at home or in the bank. They buy assets. This is the exact way that the rich gets richer. They buy tangible assets. This was a part that took me a very, very long time to understand. But now that I get it, it doesn't need to be the rich that would get richer. All right. So, although I'm not poor, I'm just a salary earner, but with time, with a long-term plan, I'm going to get richer. Are you willing to come with me? Okay, so just anybody can own assets. It's just a gradual thing, all right? Yes, the rich can own it faster than the average earners like us, but it's a planning thing. If we strategize well and we do all we are supposed to do, on the long run, everybody would get rich. So at this point, let me explain what an asset is. Yeah, so an asset is actually anything that gives you equity. An asset is something that puts money inside your pocket. And liability is something that takes money out from your pocket. So liability is more or less like the opposite of assets. So when you get an asset for yourself, that means you're getting something that you know that, okay, with time this thing would bring money for me. But when you're getting a liability, know that a liability must take out money from your pocket. Things like a car, for example, is a liability. All right. So example of an asset could be like owning a business of your own, like investing in stock, like investing in real estate. Even digital currency is also an asset. All right. So just about anything that you buy for the purpose of making money is an asset. So what happens is that money, remember that money that we talked about that will get printed whenever the government needs money. That money that gets printed out would enter the circulation through assets, like reducing interest rates on loan for businesses. I mean big businesses and institutions. So if you own assets, let us say you own stocks, you own real estate, then the money released would easily get to you. It will easily get to you. Only you that owns an asset. Only you that owns an asset. So the feds, I mean the Federal Reserve, can also manipulate. I mean the federal government rather they can manipulate interest rates. So this is why they make interest rate on loan go down, so that they can make borrowing money cheaper for big businesses and corporations. So let's say you now have let's say stock or shares in any of those businesses, then your stock will definitely increase, while the salary earners in that organization would not increase. All right. So when they make borrowing money cheaper, it will create more inflation, in the sense that the big operations would make requests for very high loan, like hundreds and thousands of millions, because the interest rate is low. So and the banks would not have such amount of money. The banks don't have such amount of money readily available. They would have to get back to that same Federal Reserve or the Nigerian Security Printing and Minting to print that money. and that's how it gets injected into the economy. In other words, low interest rates can also create more inflation. So, if you are someone that is financially educated, you will own assets so that when interest rate goes down, because the Federal Reserve, working with the government, wants more money to spend, more money would enter the circulation and more people would want to acquire property, especially homes. So, and when there are more demands to buy homes, the prices would automatically go up. So, as one of the many advantages of owning an asset is that, for example, if you are into real estate, I mean you're a real estate investor, the value of your assets have just increased automatically like that. So the best thing, my people, is to own assets. Own assets. Yes, I'm not disputing the fact that assets are very, very, very expensive now. But there are steps you can take to get through it. It's not only the rich that has to become richer. If you plan well, you plan well, ordinary salary earners like you and I are going to become rich. Yes, might be on the long run, but it's better to start planning right now. So that'll be all for today. Thank you for listening till the end. Have a beautiful and stress-free day. Ciao, ciao.